What's happening, guys? Welcome to RGHtechTv. This is Redmi 4 and this is Redmi Y1, and today in this video let's compare them on the lines of design and build, display quality, camera quality, performance, battery life, and some other miscellaneous things. Now the primary reason or main reason why I'm actually comparing both these devices are both come with same internals, that is both have Snapdragon 435 processor and Adreno 505 as GPU. Both also come in same RAM and storage combination, that is 332 and 464, except for the fact that Redmi 4 also comes in a 216 variant, and both are also priced in the same price bracket. Both also come with same rear camera. Now there are some very important differences which I'm actually going to mention in this video. So guys, complete list of specification and buying links are given in the description box below. Kindly check them out, and also make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family, and also leave your opinions and thoughts in the comment section below so that it can be helpful for other people as well. Alright guys, now the first difference is in terms of design and build quality. Redmi 4 comes with the metal back panel, which looks and feels very premium at this price point, and Redmi Y1 on the other hand has plastic build quality or plastic back panel, which kind of looks a little bit cheap, to be honest. And the build quality is also not that great. It has it's a little bit hollow in the center, which is definitely not a good thing. And I've been using this device like for more than a month now, and it has fallen like for a couple of times, and fortunately nothing happened to the display, but you can see that the paint is coming off, so that's really not a good sign. So if build quality is your main priority, then Redmi 4 should be ideal or perfect choice for you. And next, speaking about the display quality, this actually, one second. Now speaking about the display quality, Redmi 4 has 5-inch HD display, whereas Redmi Y1 has 5.5-inch HD display. So this is definitely good for media consumption, but Redmi 4's display feels sharp and it has good viewing angles compared to Redmi Y1. So there is a little bit of color shift happening on Redmi Y1, whereas Redmi 4 has very good viewing angles. So if I have to exactly show you in the white background, so as you can see, Redmi 4 has pretty good viewing angles, and it's also a little bit on the warmer side, whereas this is a little bit on the cooler side. So apart from this, both can get pretty bright in the outdoors, and both can get pretty dim in the indoors. That is one thing which I like about MI displays. Next up guys, speaking about cameras, both have 13 megapixel rear camera. I will show you side-by-side comparison of photos at the end of this video. They're decent in daylight but not so good in low light. And speaking about front-facing camera, Redmi 4 has 5 megapixel front-facing camera, whereas Redmi Y1 has 16 megapixel front-facing camera, and certainly there is a lot of difference. Redmi Y1 wins hands down. Images are pretty sharp, they're detailed, and colors are also slightly better on Redmi Y1. And another thing with Redmi Y1 is it does have front-facing flash, but guys, literally, to be honest, it's unusable. So as you can see, images come out to be very grainy and they're pretty noisy. So I didn't like the performance of flashlight on Redmi Y1. But anyway guys, if front-facing camera is your main priority, then Redmi Y1 should be good for you. Now speaking about performance, it's almost same on both, as both have same internals, that is both come with Snapdragon 435 processor and Adreno 505 as GPU. It's decent, it'll get the job done, but it's not ideal or perfect for gaming. So if gaming is your main priority, then I wouldn't suggest any of these devices. I would suggest you to go with Redmi Note 4, which comes with Snapdragon 625 processor, which I consider to be much better than Snapdragon 435 processor. And you can also go with Moto G5 Plus, which also has Snapdragon 625, or G5S Plus, or Mi A1, if in case budget is not an issue. So by and large, speaking of the performance, both these devices can handle decent amount of gaming and multitasking. But if you ask me, if performance is your main priority, as mentioned earlier, go with a device which has Snapdragon 625 processor rather than a Snapdragon 435 processor. Alright guys, now speaking about battery life, Redmi 4 has 4100 mAh battery, whereas Redmi Y1 has 3080 mAh battery, and I did get screen on times of around 7 hours for Redmi 4 and around 5 hours for Redmi Y1. So hands down, definitely Redmi 4 is better in terms of battery life, and it's actually, if your usage is moderate, it should last you for around 1.5 to 2 days easily, whereas this should be good for like 1 day or so. So in terms of battery life, the clear winner is Redmi 4. And one more thing which I liked about Redmi Y1 is it does have dedicated SD card slot, and that makes a lot of difference, considering the current situation here in India. So we actually like to use one SIM card for making voice calls and one for data. So having a dedicated SD card slot definitely makes a lot of sense. Redmi 4 has hybrid SIM slot, so you'll have to compromise either on SIM card or on micro SD card, whereas on Redmi Y1 you don't have to compromise on anything because it has dedicated SD card slot. So guys, if I have to sum up, if you need better battery life, premium build quality and smaller form factor, then you can go with Redmi 4. Whereas on the other hand, if you need better front facing camera, bigger display and a dedicated SD card slot, and if you can slightly compromise on plastic build quality and battery life, then you can go with Redmi Y1. But guys, if budget is not an issue, add a little extra and go with Redmi Note 4, which has Snapdragon 625 processor, which has bigger display, better battery life, it has multicolor notification LED light and many other things which are much better than both these devices. So if possible, add a little extra and go with Redmi Note 4. But guys, I would like to go a little further and suggest you to wait for Redmi Note 5's launch and then decide between these devices. It should be launched somewhere in first quarter of 2018. So guys, before I wrap up this video, quickly let's look at the sound quality. As sound is a subjective thing, I'll leave that for you to decide. I felt both were loud and both had good voice clarity and decent bass levels, but you be the better judge of which sounded good or which sounded worse. And after that, I'll be showing you side-by-side comparison of photos of Redmi 4 and Redmi Y1. So that's it guys. If you feel this video was informative, give this video a thumbs up, share this video with your friends and family, follow us on Twitter at RGHtechTv, subscribe to us on YouTube. Most importantly, thanks for watching and I'll see you real soon.